Hello everyone, today I have great pleasure to introduce our new member, Lucy Verde Roze, who is original from Zimbabwe, but she is now in New Zealand.
Hi Ed, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, it's really, really nice to be connected, and I really admire and respect the work that you're doing as well. So thank you so much for having me on, and to be able to share my work and my passions with you. So yeah, it's really nice to be here. Thank you.
Nice. Okay, so Lucy, please share how you as a Zimbabwean come up to live in New Zealand, and tell us more about your passion, your story, and how you become a visual storyteller.
Well, yeah, so I was born and raised in Zimbabwe. I grew up in southern Africa as a child of the bush, and I was really lucky to be born into a family of very talented creators and storytellers through performance, mostly through music, through visual arts as well, but especially through music and the performing arts. So I grew up with that, and we moved to New Zealand when I was nearly 12, just about 12 years old. As things in Zimbabwe and the country were really starting to get quite difficult. There was a very strained and painful political situation to be in Zimbabwe at the time, and it's still, it's really not a great place for a lot of people. So we're very lucky that we were able to move to New Zealand and to be welcomed into this country, and which I now call home. Yeah, I'm very blessed to have had the amazing start to life that I did in Zimbabwe and with the family that I have, and the shifts that I've been able to move through with the rest of my life, as well as a traveler and as an artist, as an entrepreneur now as well. So super blessed, and I'm really grateful to be in New Zealand now. It's been quite a while. When did we moved here in 2001, so quite a while now. And I've been in and out a lot during that time as a traveler, as I said. So it's a really nice place and a really nice base to come back to, but now this is really my homeland, so happy to be here.
And when we had a time to speak about this interview, you introduce yourself as a lifelong artist and entertainer. So please share what that means, and how did you find this is something you want to
do? Thank you. Yeah, well, having been born into the family that I was born into, as I said, I'm super lucky that I was able to be trained in the arts from a very young age. I was on stage from very, very young, and I started drawing and painting and working with the visual arts as a child, but specifically with entertainment and with the performing arts on stage, and as an artist in many different ways. That's been a lifelong journey for me. So it's been an interesting journey, for sure, as I'm sure many of the other artists that you connect with would be able to testify to. It's a beautiful journey to be trained in the arts and to have that as a base for our life, because it's about flow and connection, and really being able to work with the energy of our own lives and the world and the universe as well. So for me, it's quite a spiritual thing, and that's a big part of my business. But it's about creating shifts, creating positive change in the world through our art, through our embodiment, and through our creativity, which doesn't have to be, it's not limited to just drawing, as you know. It's not limited to just singing or dancing or any of these things that we consider creative, but creative thinking, creative change making can be for entrepreneurs and being creative with their businesses. It can be through our work as an advocate, as an activist, which is where my business actually started. So yeah, it's definitely something that I'm really lucky and happy to have had as a continuous thread throughout my life, as the arts in general as a basis for my life.
So, and you mentioned 3 or 4 times that you were lucky. So I just wonder, can you explain for all people who are thinking how they can work on their creativity or find what that creativity is, how you are actually helping them, and what kind of art we are talking here.
Yeah, well, art for me is anything that can be done consciously and creatively, I feel. So I feel that we are actually all inherently blessed with the creative spark, the creative genius within each of us. I think everybody has that ability to tap into their creativity, but we just have had a lot of programming, a lot of uh, limitations kind of placed on us, whether from the system of society that we live in, or from our own self-imposed limitations of not feeling that we're worthy enough, or not feeling that we are good enough. And really, that's about confidence and about self-worth and self-love. So what I do with my courses and with the work that I do in with Paradise Rising Studios, which is a platform as well. It's a production company, a label, you might say, for creative change makers who are here to make the world a better place through their creativity. And the courses that I run, Catharsis is the main online container that I run for clients, is to support in clearing out those programs, those negative programs that are holding us back, to help clear any of those self-imposed or externally imposed limitations on us, to make us feel like we're not able or worthy, and to really be able to access that creative genius, that spark of art, of creation within each one of us. Because I truly believe that we are all able to tap into some form of creativity, which it can be channeled into any form of art, whether that is drawing, whether that is music, filmmaking, but even putting on productions for others. And there's so many different things that we can do with our creative spark. So my focus is really to help people become the creative change makers that they were born to be, and to make the world a better place through that creative genius, in whatever, to be able to channel it into whatever area of creativity and beautiful expansion in a really positive way for the future of our planet, and for their own future as well. Because I feel like we all are worthy of having a life of peace and abundance and joy and happiness. And I just see how much happiness and how much excitement and love being able to freely express ourselves can bring to our own lives. It really is a very healing thing as well. So it's very much about the arts as a therapy, to be able to release emotions, release pent up emotion, energy, emotion, energy in motion, to be able to express that and be able to heal ourselves and heal the world through the messages that need to come through, whatever our souls feel called to express.
And what Paradise Rising Studios means to you, because that's also your business, not only your passion. So, and we as entrepreneur and artists, we maybe especially in this time when the world is maybe not focusing on art and creativity, how you find the daily motivation and routine to keep going and to keep doing it, and what that personally means to you, and what do you want to achieve with this in this year and upcoming years?
Great questions. I love this. Well, firstly, I feel like the motivation for me comes from a deep desire to see the world rise into freedom and to peace. It's a very big plan and vision that we have with the studios, to be able to really support many, many different people in sharing their passions and their joy, to create a world of peace and freedom and abundance for as many people as we can. And I feel like, because the arts is such a powerful way to express a message, we're actually people are able to receive messages more easily and more clearly when it goes directly to the heart. It comes from the heart and it goes to the heart. So as we're in very difficult times, unfortunately, on the planet, I feel like this is, firstly, it's my calling to be here to support other creative change makers to spread their messages. And also because every day there's something new happening. There's this war and this just awful situation in Europe that's unfolding. And we've just had 2 years of lockdowns and a lot of pain and a lot of suffering that's come from the situation that we've been in for the last couple of years. And it just continues. We really are in a time where we have to take the initiative and to be self-empowered and to really present ourselves and our messages to make the world a better place. And so the system that I use, which I've developed over the last couple of years and really been practicing on myself since then, is the Seed of Freedom. It's a system to support the development, creative change makers' development within themselves as personal development, character development, and to develop their art and their work with clarity and with compassion and with conviction. So really it comes down to clearing out ourselves and clearing a way for us to be able to express what needs to be expressed clearly, with compassion. So to come from the heart to the heart of humanity and to directly to other individuals' hearts, and also with conviction, which really is about confidence and being very strongly embodied in the creative genius and the self-expression of who we truly are, with that conviction, knowing that we are here to do what we are doing. The messages that we are expressing need to come through, and that whoever needs to hear them will hear them. So it's all about energy. It's all about being embodied in our you might say higher self, you might say our creative genius, and to really find that motivation and find that self-empowerment within ourselves to continue doing what we're doing for the betterment of the planet. It's a vital time, I think, that we all step up and do what we need to do. So yeah.
And as you mentioned, like the last 2.5 years were challenging, difficult for most of the people all across the world. So how was that in your case, in terms what did you find which is difficult for you, and how you overcome that, and how art helped you? Maybe if you can share that experience, like something which maybe you struggle with in the last 2.5 years.
Yeah, well, it's definitely been a very interesting time for me personally. I think in the development of my business, it's been the arts and embodying the artist in many different ways has really helped me become who I need to be to mentor and to guide and to lead the community of Paradise Rising Studios, which is global as well, just as Crozen is. We have people all over the world doing really incredible creative change making through their art, and I think the arts has helped me heal from a lot of my own personal traumas, my own personal experiences from childhood, from growing up, and as a young adult. A lot of things, as many of us have, we build up these layers of trauma as we go through life, and experiences that maybe we've picked up from society, that have limited us, and made us feel unworthy and unable. But many of these other more traumatic experiences that a lot of people go through, I've definitely had my fair share of those, in the past. So I feel like the arts has really helped me heal, and to be able to be the person that I need to be to run the business that I'm running.
Yeah. Thank you, Lucy, for introducing your Paradise Rising Studios. So for all of you guys who can connect with Lucy's stories and what she does, please be free to check her website, Instagram, and Facebook. Connect with her. Also, she will have online programs which you can find more information by connecting with her directly, or just follow us in a Facebook group and you will find out. Lucy, thank you one more time. It was great pleasure to hear part of your story, your amazing project. I'm super glad and proud of you that you didn't give up, that you find the power inside of yourself to overcome all those issues which we all faced. And now you are in a beautiful environment in New Zealand, and looking forward to see your future opportunities and programs for the all people who want to connect with deeper insight, find the art and creativity which can help them to be better people, and of course make a peace in the world. Thank you, Lucy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this conversation, and I really look forward to connecting with other creative change makers all over the world, and to be part of this shift into a beautiful world of you know, a new timeline, a new place of peace that we can all create together. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and it's been very nice to meet you and get to know you a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy. And for all of you guys who enjoyed this conversation, please subscribe to our channel, follow us, and leave a comments, connect with Lucy, and we will talk to you soon again. Lucy, thank you one more time, and see you around. Thank you.
Thanks, Ed.